Hare Krishna, everyone. Preeti, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'll start the invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaya Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhakti Nesiki Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Guruvaya Namah Sri Chaitanya Manodikam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishbhano Sati Devi Pranami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatrubhyasya Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tinam Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pashata Shatani Hare Krishna everyone. So today I'm going to narrate the all-powerful personality of Godhead in his Boar incarnation. So thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. And I request all Matajis and Prabhujis to correct me if I go wrong anywhere. So now we'll start with verse Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 3.18.2. Dadarsh tatra bijatam daradharam roni yamanavanim agradam straya musnantam apna swaruchyoruna shriya jahasa chaho anagochara mriga. So translation by Srila Prabhupada. So the demon there, the all personality, he saw that the all powerful personality of God in his Boar incarnation, bearing the earth upward on the ends of his tusks and robbing him of his splendor with his reddish eyes. So the demon laughed and said, "Oh, an amphibious beast." So it is discussed here that the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Vara, the boar. While Vara, with his tusks, engaged in uplifting the submerged earth from the depths of water, this great demon Hiranyaksh met him and challenged him, calling him a beast. Demons cannot understand the incarnations of the Lord. They think that his incarnations as a fish or a boar or a tortoise are big beasts only. They misunderstand the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead even in his human form, and they deride his descent. In Chaitanya Sampradaya, there is sometimes a demonic misconception about the descent of Nityanand Prabhu. Nityanand Prabhu's body is spiritual, but demonic persons consider the body of the Supreme Personality to be material, just like ours. So in context to this, there is a Bhagavad Gita Shlok 9.11. Avajananti mamuda manushim tannam ashritam param bhavam ajananto mam bhuta maheshwaram. It says, the persons who have no intelligence deride the transcendental form of the Lord as material, said by Prabhupada. So there is a wonderful pastime of Lord Vara in Brahm Samhita 2. So it is like verse 5.39. Ramadi mutisukala nimena tis Ramadi mutisukala nimena tisthan nana avataram akarod bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam samabhavat param pumanyo Govindam Adipurusham Damaham Bhajami. I worship Govind, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the form of Ram, Narsim, Vaman, etc. as a subjective portions. So there are three Rams, of course. Balram is one Ram, then Parshuram and Dashrath Putra Jai Shri Ram. So the Lord takes different forms for his own pleasure. Ram means pleasure. There is pleasure in performing this wonderful pastime. As Vedanta Sutra says, Anand Bhayo Abhyasat. Vedanta Sutra 1.1.12 CSS. The Lord is full of Anand, full of bliss, so he enjoys as a both. That also shows us that the Lord has a great sense of humor by appearing in such a way to confuse a materialistic atheist. They cannot understand how God can assume that type of a form that is beyond their imagination or material conception. But just to defeat the misconception about him, he can do anything and everything, so he appeared as an animal. Even this demon Hiranyakshi thought, oh, an amphibious beast, laughing at the Lord. They think that when the Lord accepts this form, this type of form, it is just a big cat, big act. That is all. That's the foolishness, of course. We know that this demon Hiranyaksh, him and his brother Hiranyakashipu were the first demons appearing after creation. When the four Kumaras went to visit Vaikunth, they were not allowed to enter. So they cursed him. So here I'm not sharing the entire story of how the two doorkeepers were cursed, Jay and Vijay. As we all know, so there are a few slides which I've shared. So you all can just see those slides. So in short, I'm continuing this story. When the four Kumaras went to visit Vaikunth, they were not allowed to enter. So they cursed them. And the Lord, of course, being compassionate to his servants, so he came. The Kumaras wanted to take back their curse. And they said, no. The Lord said, no. You are great sages, so your words must come true. But I offer my servants either to come back to me after 3 births as demons or asuras, or after 7 births as devotees. So they chose to become the asuras. So can anyone tell me why Jay and Vijay chose to become asuras and not the devotees? What could be the reason? Prabhuji and Mataji, can you please help?
I feel so that they can come back to after their time is over, they can go back to Godhead.
Okay, Mataji. Anyone else?
They fulfilled their desire of Lord's fighting attitude, and
Yes.
that is the reason they took the Asuras
Yeah.
form.
Because they wanted to fulfill the desire of the Lord. They wanted to please the Lord. That is why they chose to become the demons. They could have become the devotees, but they chose to become. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. So we continue here. He gave them the chance to choose what they wanted. The Lord is very kind to always offer the chance to choose freely what they wanted, either to serve him as asuras or as devotees. So one may think why they chose to be demons instead of devotees after 7 births. It is better to be a devotee than a demon, isn't it? So why they chose to be asuras? Because they were very intelligent. They consulted with each other before making the decision. Why the Lord is offering us to return faster to him as asuras than devotees? They analyzed, maybe the Lord wants to fight the demons right now at the beginning of the creation. So let us please the Lord by becoming the demons. That's what Prabhuji just now said. So they told the Lord, my dear Lord, please give us very demonic mentality so that we can give you very good fight to please you. That is the whole idea, devotee's idea. Even if the Lord wants me to be a demon and kill me, if that pleases him, so let it be. That's highly advanced. That means full surrender to the Lord just to please him. The Lord is also has a fighting spirit. Otherwise, why it is in us, this fighting spirit? Even as devotees, sometimes we fight among each other. From where does this come? This is from the Lord originally. Everything is coming originally from the Lord. But the Lord uses the fighting spirit for, what does the Lord uses his fighting spirit for? Can anyone say, please? Hare Krishna. Okay. The Lord uses the fighting spirit, his anger, only to protect his devotees, not others. So Mother Earth, Bhumi Devi, was in danger, and the Lord came to rescue her and fight the demon. He displays his fighting spirit to uplift his devotees. Okay. So here there's another question. As Jay and Vijay has appeared as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh. So this was in which yuga? Hare Krishna. This was in which yuga they appeared as these two demons? No. It's in Satyug. And they had again taken the birth in other two yugas. So does anyone know what they were in the next two yugas? Hare Krishna.
Did one of them become Shishupal?
Yes, Mataji.
I don't know the second one, and which yuga, I don't know.
Okay, Mataji, it was Dantvakra. And Shishupal, that was in Dwapar Yuga, and in Treta Yuga, they were Ravan and Omkara. And there is one more extra pastime of them. They had appeared in Gaurang Leela also. So does anyone know what they were in Gaurang Leela? Hare Krishna. No. Okay. So they came as Jagai and Madai in Gaurang Leela. And how was it? So because of their wonderful service in the three births as demons, they pleased the Lord so much that the Lord gave them the participation in Gaurang Leela. So they achieved Prem Bhakti. So that's Lord Chaitanya is so kind and merciful. So they could get a chance again to come up in Gaurang Leela. Okay. I'll continue. So as devotees, okay. So in Krishna Leela, the devotees are willing to give up their lives to please the Lord. That means full surrender, Atma Nivedan, willingly. Yes, my Lord, you want me to become a demon and kill me. Please do so. Be blessed. Be pleased. Sorry. That is difficult for general public to understand. In devotional service, this is the goal, to be fully surrendered to the Lord and try to please the Lord in any way that the Lord wants. So here with the Hiranyaksh, the story is that he stole the earth and sunk it in the Gardak ocean. And Prabhupada says that he was perplexed what to do. He himself did not feel it. Imagine the Gardak ocean is filling up half the universe. How deep it is. Not even Brahmaji could do the difficult task of uplifting the earth. So he was thinking and praying the Lord for this help. Suddenly from his nostril, this tiny boar appeared. He was wondering, what is this? And the boar started to grow and grow so huge. Then Brahmaji realized that this must be an incarnation of the Lord, because how it can be such a huge in a moment. So he started to offer prayers, and all the sages were offering prayers, and the Lord answered their prayers. He rode with great force, assuring them he will be victorious. So the Lord jumped into the ocean, creating huge waves that touched even the heavenly planet. Some of the hairs of the Lord fell in, the body hair fell in different places, and that became the Kushagras. So does anyone know Kushagras is made up of what? Why it is so holy? Okay.
Could you please elaborate on that?
Prabhuji, Kushagras, like the hair on the Lord's body fell in different places. When he uplifted, so a lot of his hair fell in different places, and that became the Kushagra. So it is holy. The Kushagra is holy because it is the hair of Lord Varaha. And that is why we use in all yagnas, that Kushagra. Hope I'm clear. Hope I answered, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you.
So in this fight between Lord Varaha and Hiranyaksh, the Lord was holding Bhumi Devi in his tusks at the same time. It was like the moon on the tusks of the Lord. It was very beautiful to see. Imagine just seeing this beautiful form of the Lord. Imagine how big the Lord was, that the Earth planet was just resting on his tusk, gigantic, much bigger than the Earth planet itself. So it's so beautiful. The fighting was going on, and the Lord took the earth from the floor of the ocean before starting the fight to ensure that the earth is in safe hands before fighting the demon. So, okay, can anyone tell me why Lord took the form of a boar here to uplift the Mother Earth? Why not some other animal or any other? Can be any other form. Why boar?
To hold the Mother Earth, the more form, it has to go deep into the sea and then bring it up.
Yes.
That is my realization.
Yeah, that's right, Prabhu. So because of course, the form of a boar was particularly appropriate for this function, because the earth had fallen into deep, as you said, into the bottom of the ocean, and in order to pick up an object from the bottom of a dirty place, so that can be done by a boar. And okay, so the fighting was going on. First, the Lord took the earth from the floor of the ocean before starting to fight to ensure that the earth is in safe position. The Devas came to witness the fight. Hiranyakashipu shared with his brother the blessing that he got from Brahma. He was very, very powerful. First, he went to challenge Varun, and Varun Dev said, "I'm very old now to fight. I have retired from this. Since you are very eager to go and fight Lord Vara, and he will kill all foolish demons like you." So Varun predicted the outcome of the fight, but still the foolish demon laughed and challenged the Lord. I will kill him. That is the idea. Okay, so there's as this pastime is glorified by Jaidev Goswami in his Dash Avatar Stotra. So Jaidev Goswami says that how he in the Stotra he describes about all the avatars of the Lord, and I have picked up one part of that is describing the Vara avatar. The Lord, he describes how the Lord appears in the form of a boar and picks up the mother planet from the bottom of Gardap ocean. So Prabhuji, can you just put the slide here that of the Dash Avatar Stotra? Hare Krishna.
What slide is that?
Share with you. It's a white background with a white background, Prabhuji, written in yeah. Thank you. So it says, Vasati dashana shikare dharani tava lagna shashini kalanka kalevani magna Ishavadvita Shukahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. So Jaidev Goswami says here, O Keshav, O Lord of Universe, O Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar, all glories to you. The earth which has been immersed in the Gardha ocean and at the bottom of the universe sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon. So anyone knows about all the 10 avatars, prominent avatars of the Lord? Hare Krishna. Can anyone tell me about all the 10 avatars of the Lord?
Vamana avatar, Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar,
Rama.
Rama avatar,
Yes, Mataji.
Krishna himself.
Yes, Mataji.
Kurma avatar.
Varaha, I said.
Narsim.
Narsimha avatar.
Narsim. Okay. So did you say Vaman? Vaman avatar, Mataji?
Yes, Vamana, yes.
So now Parshuram, Kurma, Matsya, you said. Buddha, Kali.
Oh, Kali
So
within.
Lord Buddha and Kali. Kali, that is going to come in Kali now. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. So we go ahead. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada ji, he went into the ocean, like how Lord Varaha has helped Bhudevi. So same way, Srila Prabhupada ji went into the ocean of Kali Yuga and lifted us from the depth of Kali Yuga's ocean. He fought all the impersonalists, Mayavadis, and materialistic scientists. He fought so many demonic people just to uplift us and pick us up to the platform of Krishna consciousness. So that is the role of a guru in his form, to uplift and help others to come up and to be fixed in Krishna consciousness with the selfless attitude to help others, to be servant of the servant of the servant. Dasuna Dasuna Das. That is the humble attitude of everybody, not just the guru. So in this wonderful fight, the Lord came out as victorious. Some details are here in Srimad Bhagavatam how the fight was. First, they started with a mace, big fight, very powerful. It is said that at a certain moment in the fight, Lord Gada fell from his hand, and all the demigods were afraid. They were frightened. But the demon, being very, very big demon, he then took the advantage of that. The Lord called his Sudarshan Chakra, and this demon, he took up again the mace and Gada and was fighting the Lord. He was defeated so many times that he created an illusion of rain of urine and stool and bones and so many horrible things he did. And the Lord, in one moment with Sudarshan Chakra, he dispelled all this magical illusion created by the demon. Finally, he left his mace and with his own hand, he struck the Lord so powerfully with full strength that he could smash huge mountains, but the Lord wasn't moved at all. Then the Lord, without much effort, just slapped in underneath his left ear and his eyeballs came out. He instantly died. Jiva Goswami explained that the Lord, after striking Hiranyaksh with his tusks, he pierced him on his chest. So many wonderful details are there about Varaha Leela and so many lessons that we can learn through this. We also hear that after killing Hiranyaksh, the Lord married Bhumi Devi. There are deities of Bhuvara. Even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established Bhuvara in Mayapur. There is a deity at Lord Chaitanya's birthplace of Lord Vara and Bhumi Devi. Well, I'm not able to find out any such pictures in Google. So sorry, I'm not able to share this. So this pastime is very important. It is explained that they had a son together and the Lord Varaha instructed the son in religious principles and saintly behavior. And he was very saintly. His name was Narkasur. Later, because of his bad association with Maya Dana, he became polluted. He became an Asur. Just see, even the son of the Lord, by just having a bad association, can become a demon. What to speak of others? What to speak about us? How careful we need to be about the bad association. So Lord Chaitanya always been saying to his followers, the first instruction which he's always given, Asat Sang Tyaga E Vaishnava Achar. That is in Madhya Leela 22.87. The first thing is to give up the bad association. So this is very, very important. There is one more pastime of Lord Vara which I would like to share. So this is very, very important. So much that that later on he kidnapped 16,000 princesses, Narkasur. He became Bhaumasur. So the Lord then had to come with and kill his own son to protect his devotees. Just see how neutral the Lord is. That even with his own son, when he became a demon and is harassing devotees, he is willing to kill. And even if the demon becomes a devotee, he will give protection. So now I'll say one more pastime of the Lord, which I'd like to, It says that it took place in Mayapur Dham in Navdeep Dham, and that was in Koladweep. That is an island in Navdeep Dham. Kola is another Sanskrit word for boar, just like Shukar is also another word for pole. And it is named after Lord Vara because in the Satyug, Lord Vara appeared there. He appeared there to fulfill the desire of one Brahman devotee. There was a Vasudev Vipra who was a very pious Brahman, who was a great devotee of Lord Vara. And he was praying to Lord that please make my eyes successful. Give me darshan. I want to see your form. Please make my life successful. If I can have your darshan, that my life is worthwhile. And he was praying this for many, many days. He was a great devotee of Lord Vara. So after a long time, Lord Vara appeared before this Brahman Vasudev, and he revealed to this Brahman his transcendental form. If you go over to Navdvip, you can see that there is one temple, Gaudiya temple, which has also the deity of Lord Vara. Lord Vara appears there in Koladvip, and he said to this Brahman that this Navdeep Dham is very dear to me. All of my incarnations, different incarnations are here in this Dham. Okay. So in Nectar of Devotion, it is explained that one demon was saying, actually, I am not afraid of Krishna, because even if he comes to kill me, the only thing I have to do is just to surrender at his lotus feet, and he will give me protection. So that is very, very intelligent of an asura. Maya Danav is very intelligent asura. From Mahabharata, I picked up one story that when Agnidev, the god of fire, requested Arjun and Krishna to help him burn the Kanda forest, it was important because Agnidev was hungry and wanted to consume the forest to satisfy his hunger, to regain his good digestion. Agni had been unable to burn the forest because due to the power of Indra, Indradev wanted to protect the forest for the sake of his inhabitants. And in meanwhile, when he was burning the forest, demon Maya Danav came out. Because he was a demon, the Lord was ready to kill him with his Sudarshan Chakra. But the demon was so intelligent that he just fell down at the feet of Arjun, that is Krishna's friend, and not at the feet of Lord. Why? Because, so the injunction is that any surrendered soul comes and fall at the feet, you have to give protection. That is the Kshatriya Dharma. So when Arjun gave protection or assurance, the Lord immediately stopped. They know that the devotees are very dear to the Lord. The asuras know that. And if I take shelter of them, I'll be spared. The asuras are also assisting the Lord with his pastime. By taking opposition, they are in one way helping the Lord to perform his pastime and become purified by his. So that is why Vijay would like to become asuras and not devotees, because they were helping the Lord to perform his pastime and become purified. So now I'll speak on the devotional service related to this Varaha Avatar Leela. In Krishna Leela, Kamsa himself, although thinking of Lord 24 hours, still he was not considered a devotee, because he was thinking of the Lord in an inimical way, as an enemy. He wasn't performing devotional service, because devotional service has to be Krishna Anushilanam, favorable to Krishna, to please Krishna, then it is accepted as devotional service. Otherwise, it is not accepted as such. The need to perform devotional service is most important, because Krishna is known as Bhavgriya Janardhan. If somebody approaches to serve him, he knows their intentions, their attitude. And that is the most important thing. Prabhupada explained in Nectar of Devotion that not just the service is important, but the attitude of the devotee is most important. So related to this, there's a story which has happened in Vrindavan. There was a pujari in Radha Govind temple who came to look for some food to be offered to the Lord. And he could not find any. And in the meantime, he found one beggar who came. And this beggar was selling puffed rice. So the pujari asked the beggar, please give me some, I want to offer to the Lord. But this beggar was a little stingy. And after some time, he said, after some time, I'll give you. Let me first try selling my puffed rice. Now I cannot give you. So the Brahmin said, okay. No. The Brahmin said, no, I want it right now, because I need to offer it. Please give me. You do not worry that Krishna is there. He will help you how to sell your puffed rice. But being very, very stingy, this fellow said, I'm very poor. I have 5 children to take care. He was just giving excuses. He didn't give the rice, the puff rice to the Brahman. In the meantime, suddenly a wind came, strong wind came and blew off all the puff rice of it. And this beggar was shouting, "Oh Govind, oh Govind." So what happened is that the Lord did not accept the offering. Though the Brahman could have taken and offered it, but before this only this incident happened. So it's saying that the Lord does not accept any offer, anything which is offered by force. The Lord wants it naturally, not by force of circumstance. So we do service. The Lord is in the heart. He is seeing the heart. It is very important to work hard and always have the proper attitude in devotional service. So can anyone tell me what is the proper attitude that we should have in the devotional service? Hare Krishna devotees.
Yeah, one is, complete surrender, and Lord is supreme, and we are just a servant who's trying to serve his servant of the servant of the servant.
Yes, Mataji. It's to please Guru and Gaurang. It's to please Guru. Correct. Thank you.
100% you have faith in the heart, and then do the devotional service with no deviation, no diversion. That is my perception.
So there should be no personal ambition, Prabhu. Whatever we do should be fulfilling the desires of the Lord. That is an important aspect when we do our devotions. Thank you so much. So to please Guru and Gauranga is to please Krishna. Everything we do should be with that aim. There should not be any personal ambition. Prabhupada said personal ambition can create so much of havoc in our movement. So we have to be very careful with that. Our ambition should be always to keep the devotees association. It is very, very important. And second is humbly serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada with the mood of surrender and try to please others. Help others to be more enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness. Each and every one of us has this duty to be an instrument in the Lord's service, to help inspire others by our own example, by our own behavior, our intelligence, our speech, our money, in every way. Lord Chaitanya said one should engage in loving service of the Lord, and that is most important. We have to work on this very sincerely. Prabhupada said that the most important thing is to be sincere. First is sincerity, and then comes is the devotional service. And that can be lost also. We have seen many devotees who are very sincere previously, but after some time they stop being sincere. It is also advised by Srila Rupa Goswami. Once what happened, Srila Prabhupada visited a temple in South America, Venezuela. He said that enthusiasm is very important. Utsaha. I must see Krishna. Everyone should have this, that I must see Krishna in this very life. Prabhupada said, you are also seeing Krishna, already seeing Krishna. Krishna and his form are non-different, but still, personally it is possible. You have to be enthusiastic if you want to personally see Krishna. You should have that anjan, that kajal you should have in your eyes, that love, that devotion for him. Enthusiasm should always be there in our daily activity. As soon as we begin to lose enthusiasm, we should immediately try to do something about trying to find a good association or one advanced devotee to help us to overcome this obstacle. So good association is very important, and an advanced devotee's association to remove the obstacle. There are so many obstacles that will come in our way of spiritual advancements. It is Maya's duty to keep us here in this material world. Of course, we know that Maya is also a pure devotee of the Lord. That is her duty. She doesn't want, but that is her duty to the Lord. She tests to see whether people are sincere in their desires to serve the Lord or not. So it is very, very important to always pray to Lord, to be sincere and surrender to his desires and give up all our worldly desires in order to fulfill the Lord's desire. So, as it is said that we need to give our desires to fulfill the Lord's desires. So what are the Lord's desires? Can anyone tell me? What are the desires? What does the Lord desire from us? That is actually, sorry, Mataji.
No, the Lord's desire, the Lord's desire is he wants all the conditioned souls back to Godhead. Mataji.
He wants to see all of us very happy eternally in his association. That's what he wants us, and that is why he wants us back to his home, that is back to home. Very happy eternally in his association in service. So that is Lord's mission. So indirectly, it is in our favor only, that if we fulfill the desire of the Lord and giving up our material desire, so ultimately it's going to favor us, because we're going to go back home and serve Lord there eternally, isn't it? So here he say that he comes in different forms so that we can create varieties of pastimes, so that we can come together and sing his glories, speak about his leelas there to his devotees. So there is a wonderful opportunity that the Lord is giving us, and we should take full advantage of this. In the wonderful Dham, Shri Dham Mayapur, it is natural that devotees are chanting the holy name of the Lord every moment. Wherever we go around, they naturally chant the holy name of the Lord. That is the power of holy Dham. That it raises everybody's consciousness to the platform of bhakti, that is pure devotion, service. And this is the reason why Prabhupada ji always wanted the devotees to come at least once in a year to the holy Dham, to recharge their batteries and become more enthusiastic in preaching those glories all over the world. So that is a mission, Prabhupada ji's mission, Lord Chaitanya's mission, and that is the mission we all have in our lives, to assist Srila Prabhupada and his pure devotee representatives in spreading the glories of the Lord. And for that, we ourselves have to become fixed in this transcendental knowledge with full conviction that yes, I am a servant, eternal servant of the Lord. That is my eternal identity. And we should remind others about their identity also in this life. When everything is smooth and nice, the Lord's Anand is always increasing. And we want to share this Anand with all the living entities. That is why there are so many living entities to increase this Anand by exchanging loving deals, loving service. So the whole idea is of Krishna consciousness. But towards the end, so the Goswami concludes his narration about the Varaha Leela saying, O Brahman, anyone who hears, chants or takes pleasure in the wonderful description of the Lord, Varaha's killing of Hiranyaksh, is at once relieved from the results of all kinds of sinful activity, including the killing of a Brahman. So thank you very much. Thank you, devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Premanand. Hari Hari. Hari Hari. So if I've forgotten anything, please, devotees, remind me of the Leelas, the pastimes of the Lord. I shall appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you,
Hare,
Mataji.
Hare
Amazing
Krishna.
presentation.
Preeti Mataji.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Mataji.
It's by God's design that we have your association, because you are the most recent one who joined our group, and we
Yes.
are so happy, and thank you for your association, and it's a wonderful presentation, and all your dissertations were
Preeti Mataji, just to add one thing. Just to
Yes,
add,
ma'am.
yeah, Gopal has just spoken, like it's, by God's grace that we met at the temple and,
Yeah.
got your association. And
Yes.
it's, your presentation, I have no words to describe, because it's like, it's your devotion. We can make out your
the
devotion.
real devotion coming through.
Yeah, coming through your
That's the
presentation.
most important thing of all that.
Right. And, the way your visuals and everything, literally it was as if it's being played and, we are just going through everything. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your association and for your
Thank you,
presentation.
Mataji. Same here. I'm lucky to have your association, Mataji. And that's how I could meet Ramvilas Prabhuji and got into this Bhagavatam classes. So I'm getting an opportunity today to speak about Varaha Leela. So it's all Krishna's mercy. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
Very wonderful.
Yes,
Really.
Thank you, Mataji.
it made us and think and about the other presentations earlier by Rajesh Prabhuji and the summary, including and covering many vast aspects in a simple and concise manner. Correct.
Thank
Preeti Mataji, a few of my realization I would like to share with you.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
One, by surrendering to Lord Krishna, you are inspiring by your own example. Now I will give you an example. Pardon me, Rajesh Prabhu. You are early morning, 4:30. You one day showed all of us how to do the prasad service, etc. Getting up early. That is an inspiration for me. By your own example, and all the 365 days you are doing it is something great. And that is one example to inspire others. And pardon me, don't feel it is a flattery. It is my, it comes from within my heart. Then Lord is very merciful, and it is true that He wants every one of us to come back to Him and serve Him eternally and be blissful. The other thing is, you are re-establishing, I am the servant of Krishna. That is my eternal identity. Keep reminding others also. Preeti Mataji, your musical slogan and the way you explain is exemplary. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, would you like to say something? Ramvilas Prabhuji, how did you find the?
Okay, very good presentation with the visuals and the sloka recitation. Yeah, very good. It was a concise presentation. I can give you one feedback, and please
Yes.
take the feedback as not as chastisement, it's just an observation.
Yes.
And you are not the only one. This is there for many devotees. The invocation prayers. So you started correctly with the invocation. Still,
Yes.
the invocation prayers should be in the sequence that you start with devotees, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and then go to Krishna. You can recite the verses, that's all right. And then has to be Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay.
So because Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is Krishna, so you cannot go to Krishna first and then go to others.
Okay.
And you are not alone. You will notice that, which is very strange, that senior devotees also do this, that they randomly chant invocation prayers. And they think they are doing invocation. No, what exactly is invocation? Invocation is we are taking blessings and permissions from everybody in parampara.
Yes.
So we have to start from devotees, then our Guru Maharaj, then Srila Prabhupada. In between, you can recite verses, and then you go to Krishna. You cannot approach Krishna directly without going to Guru. So again, nothing wrong. You did it with the invocation.
Yes.
It's just that probably what you have observed also in others. So not an issue per se. It's just a simple thing to fix.
Yeah, I'll take care. I'll take care. Thank you so much.
Otherwise, you did a very good job. Recitation and a colorful presentation, engaged everybody also. So yeah, you did a very good job of doing your research properly and then substantiating with background stories. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I'll correct on. I'll work on this. I'll be careful.
Anybody has any questions, comments, realizations for Preeti? Okay.
Only thing is, Kamsa was also a devotee, which because he is remembering Lord Krishna every time. So it confirms devotees can be negatively thinking as well as positively thinking. Am I right, Prabhuji?
You are correct. There's a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, I think in Canto 3, where in the purport Prabhupada says that devotional service is so powerful, or remembrance of Krishna is so powerful that whether you are a demon or whether you are a devotee, can remember Krishna and attain perfection. Still, this does not mean that we should become a demon. Now, Kamsa is a special part-time. They are just in another incarnation of Jai Vijay. So we should try to be devotee, because what Preeti correctly stated, one of the words, that anukulyena Krishna anushilanam, that we have to remember and serve Krishna which is favorable and as Krishna desires. So the demons remembering Krishna, like Kamsa remembering Krishna, was not favorable. Kamsa was remembering Krishna to kill Krishna. So yes, bhakti is potent to purify anyone and everyone. That does not mean we have to become a demon. We have to continue to be a devotee and serve in the mood of devotion. You cannot use Kamsa's example. So all these three incarnations, or actually four, how Preeti correctly pointed out, that Jai Vijay, where Hiranyakashipu and Hiranaksha, then Shishupal and Danvarka, then Kamsa and Kumkaran. Not sorry, Ravan and Kumkaran. So they are special, and then they also came as in as Jagai Madai. So those are special situations. We cannot compare these special circumstances for our day-to-day. Uncle?
Got it, Prabhu. Got it. Thank you.
And I am just doing a service. There was nothing to praise me. All glories are always for Guru Maharaj. All glories are always for Srila Prabhupada. So next
It
week.
was not the crux of the matter what I was trying to, maybe it was inadequately conveyed. It was setting an example, because it is not easy every morning 365 days, getting up early 4 o'clock and then cooking and then serving with 100% devotion. That's what I was saying. It is setting an example, standard, a benchmark.
Yeah. So it's a service. When you have challenges, to overcome those challenges, take up a service, and it will become easier that way. Okay, so next week we have Dipanshu Prabhu, and the subject is the glories of Harinam. And we still have Kalyani and Sridhar Prabhu to populate the topic and the verses. Whenever possible, Kalyani and Sridhar Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu, I will message the subject of my
So all of
message.
you, how are you finding this exercise? So I've done 2 so far. So our intent is that you also should prepare, and the presenter is also preparing. But today, not many asked questions. There were few questions, but not many. So all should come prepared. And this is very important, that it's not just the presenter doing the presentation. For you all, benefit has to be both ways for you all also. So going forward, at least, find about glories of Harinam. Find anything and everything about Harinam. That why are we chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? What is the benefit? And what exactly is Harinam? Find whatever you can and come prepared with your questions, comments, and realizations. It does not have to be questions. It can be just realizations. Everybody can do that, please.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. Are we okay to stop here?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Dandavat pranam. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.